Hi, I'm Masta.
I'm Hank.
Hi.
Brian.
Hi. Where are you from?
United States, from New York.
Okay.
I live in Los Angeles.
Oh,
We both grew up though in Ohio, in the middle there.
Okay, so you know each other from there.
We're brothers.
Okay, okay. And how come that you chose Iceland for hiking?
We just heard it was beautiful.
Yeah, it's really for adventure people. It's freedom. It's for wildness. It's freedom. You are alone with yourself, with the mountains, with the weather, with the horses, or whatever. It's freedom. You can go everywhere. We couldn't do this in Europe or even in the States.
We hike due north until the track turns west. When the track turns west, we turn east, and then we're on our own. No more trails.
And that's, what's the name of that lake?
And then we're going to be going towards Elifsvot.
That's the lake of eternal life?
Yeah, that's where we'll finally become immortal.
The name of the lake caught our imagination, but we were also drawn to it because of its remote location in the Icelandic wilderness. To get there, we knew we'd have to hike north from the southern coast, following Iceland's classic Leukart trek along a beautiful river through rolling hills with tens of waterfalls.
It was amazing. It was an incredibly beautiful introduction to Iceland.
Oh my god, it's like hot.
It's hot.
It's hot, everyone. It's very hot.
Everyone, do not touch this. It's too dangerous.
It's crazy.
It really is very hot. We shouldn't touch it.
Oh my.
Because we live so far apart, Hank and I reunite once every year, somewhere in the world, in the wilderness. We've been to Alaska, Chilean Patagonia, and even Everest Base Camp. This year, we knew the difficult to get to Lake of Eternal Life would give us lots of time to catch up.
I've never seen so many waterfalls in a single day.
Most people, when they go on vacation, they're either going just to relax or to see sights. This is a much more strenuous vacation.
Oh, why is it so cold?
How do your feet feel?
That question doesn't even make sense. My feet, I don't feel my feet. But still, relaxing. It's hard to believe, if you're not a hiker, how relaxing and freeing a vacation like this can be. But having to worry about nothing but where you're going and staying alive, that's relaxation for me.
Once we get to the top of that, we'll be halfway done.
But this isn't actually the mountain we're going up. This is a small hill before the mountain. The mountain's huge, right?
I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a little hill and then there's a mountain behind it. This is crazy. Iceland's crazy.
Wow.
What is this? Is it gonna be hot? I mean, is it gonna melt our boots?
See boiling water right there.
Smells like, yay, eggs for breakfast, but also really rotten. It's like the doorway to hell over here.
I want to go swimming, but there's not enough water to go swimming in this.
Also, I'm pretty sure it's scalding hot.
When you're backcountry hiking by yourself and you have a backpack with everything you need on your back, you realize that all of the stuff that fills your house or your apartment wherever you live is totally useless. Our backpacks just have a little bit of food, a sleeping bag, and a tent, and we're able to survive for weeks on end. And it makes you wonder, why do we own any of the things that we own in our apartments or our houses?
Near the end of the classic Leukart trek in Altvatn, I woke up at some point and it was completely bright light outside, and I thought it was time to wake up. So I got out of the tent and I found that, first of all, it was something like 3 a.m. and so definitely not time to get up. But then I looked out at the lake
It was completely still. The lake was never completely still the entire time we had been there because it's always windy, but there was no wind. The lake was completely like glass, so I grabbed my camera and walked out there and just filmed a landscape of the lake. And what you ended up seeing was the mountain perfectly reflected in the lake. It was unreal.
We were only halfway to the Lake of Eternal Life, but it already felt like the beauty and freedom of Iceland were taking hold of us.
How did we get here? We just finished hiking the Leukart. 6 days, and we've made it. 6 days, and we've made it to what's it called here? And we're experiencing the spoils of our victory. What are we doing next?
Next, we are going to ride some horses tomorrow.
I'm not an expert at riding them, but I haven't fallen off once.
My horse almost always listens to me.
Oh no!
The day after that, we're going to catch a bus.
Across the Icelandic highlands to Mývatn, where we'll head off trail into the backcountry and hopefully, finally, find the Lake of Eternal Life. We're here at Lake Mývatn, which actually means mosquito lake, and there are just millions of bugs everywhere, kind of like we're in a fog of bugs. They just fly around your head, and they run into your face, and that's it. They just bug you. They're bugs.
Iceland is so different from so many of the other countries I visited because it just seems like it's wild everywhere. It's just wilderness as far as the eye can see. We can hike and go anywhere we want.
We're here north of Mývatn, and we have been following a trail for quite a while, but now the trail has ended.
We're backcountry hiking now, and this is where things can get tough.
We are experiencing some odd terrain, hummocks. It's an entire field that looks like it's covered in buried dead bodies. So there's just like humps everywhere. It goes up and down and up and down. You step up and you fall down. You step up and you fall down. It makes for hard hiking. Well, the rain crept up slowly building power, but now it's enough that we have to put on our rain gear. And it's never fun to hike in the rain, but there is something about it that makes it feel real. The wilderness, the elements, and it's not fun to be wet, but it does feel like you're really doing the real thing.
Here we are in the pouring rain in the middle of nowhere. We've discovered a newly paved road, seemingly going from nowhere to nowhere, and it has a crazy hairpin turn right in the middle, and we have no idea where it is or where we are.
These bugs are very annoying today for some reason. In fact, I don't know if you can see, they're all over the lens. And they really like landing specifically on my left eyelash. I don't know what to do. I can't take it anymore!
I'm having a problem with my pack. The load lifter ripped off here. It's been a frustration with this pack. A lot of things have ripped off on it, and I'm never going to buy this pack again. But in the meantime, we have 4 more days, and I don't know what to do.
Let me take a look. Okay, I'm gonna cut a hole here and try to attach the strap temporarily. We'll see how it works. Cut a little hole into the fabric, just thread it back through. It's kind of a tenuous hold. I just want to reinforce it with some duct tape, which I always keep wrapped around my hiking poles for emergencies. We're hoping it's gonna hold.
It seems like it's working. Good thing you're here.
Yeah, good thing.
Iceland, you've done it again!
You want to see a bit of strength?
Yes.
Is it heavy?
Careful. Oh! You're the strongest man on the earth.
So I guess these form when lava spews from fissures in the ground, and then the top lava solidifies, and the lava underneath continues flowing through. And it just flows on through.
You don't think it's some type of gas bubble?
Or it's a gas bubble.
You want to see a feat of strength? Oh! Oh!
That thing is very jagged and sharp.
Yeah, I don't recommend touching anything in this lava field, and I don't recommend falling on it either. Oh, my hands hurt.
Whoa, there's a big bridge here.
We should soon be seeing the Lake of Eternal Life. We think it's just over this ridge.
I think it's gonna be here. I don't see it yet. I'm getting ready to see it. I'm still preparing myself.
Get ready.
I'm almost ready to see it. And there's no Lake of Eternal Life over this ridge.
But isn't the sky just breathtaking?
Okay, so just over this crest, we think at Leifsvoten, the Lake of Eternal Life will be waiting for us. Let's take a look.
Let's go.
I think it's gonna be here this.
Oh no.
I think it's gonna be here this time.
Careful on these lava fields.
We're just about to crest. Oh God, it's really not here again. It's not
Where
here.
is this stupid lake?
It's not here. Okay, well, Lake of Eternal Youth, here we come.
Here we come.
I'm ready to see you. Wait. Definitely cannot see it. It's not here. Okay, Lake of Eternal Youth. We think it is going to be over this ridge. Let's take a look. Here we come, Lake of Eternal Youth. Huh. Wait. We might still be able to see it.
Sad, beautiful mountains.
Yes! Yes, we see it! Wow, it is really big. It's very large and beautiful, and wow, we're here, we're done.
That's it! We've made it to the Lake of Eternal
Lake of Eternal Youth, we made it!
The Lake of Eternal Life.
Icelandic people say that Iceland is God's weekend side project where he experiments with the earth to create just beautiful things. And having hiked this great country, we've seen the powerful forces of nature at work that create the earth. There's the rivers and the waterfalls that carve through the landscape. There's glaciers that slowly move and carve the mountains. There's volcanoes and the hot lava on the ground where you can actually see the land has just been formed. These forces of nature all come together to create the landscape we see all around us, and it's a beautiful place.
I want it to be around forever.
Living in the United States, you're comfortable all the time. Everything is perfectly air conditioned or perfectly heated, but you don't often get a chance to sit in the middle of a field of purple flowers above a lake where no one's around for miles and miles very often.
Our sense of connectedness to the earth and feeling of total self-reliance here is profound, and I'm so glad I'm able to experience it with my brother.
Well, it's the last morning of our trip.
Yes, here we are. So where are we going?
We're going to Asbjørgi, which is the final stop.
I heard some echo there. That's nice. Good job. feels big.
Feels like it goes on forever.
Well, we're about 12 kilometers from the end.
Okay, so it's not going to be very long. If we're late, we're going to miss the bus, and if we miss the bus, we miss the plane, and if we miss the plane, we're stuck in Iceland forever.
Which sounds perfect.
Let's take a look and see if we can get down. Don't want to fall into a boiling hot lava pit.